there running across the bottom of your screen. But we just found out Lake Oswego, Tillamook, and Washougal school districts will be closed tomorrow.
Okay.
3 big districts.
Yeah, once again, Lake Oswego, Tillamook, and Washougal. So Lake Oswego, the big one in our area, no school tomorrow. You think other school districts might be making that decision later tonight?
Yeah, I mean, basically the northern Willamette Valley into the gorge, they're probably going to have to make that decision. The thing is when you head out the door tomorrow morning, you might be like, oh, it's cold and it's fine, but it's going to be getting the kids back. They could be caught in the middle of a big
like 10,
mess.
11 o'clock all of a sudden.
It just starts getting it just gets started by late morning. By noon to about 4 o'clock is when it's just getting really yucky out there. It's just continuing to surmount. So here's a look at the latest out there. 36 degrees, east winds coming in at 21, gusting to 30 at this point. We could occasionally see a gust up near 45 miles an hour for the Portland metro area. As you head east towards the gorge, we could even see stronger gusts than that. Feels like 25 right now, and so those wind chills are just going to drop as temperatures drop tonight and the wind doesn't let up. Right now you can see winds pretty steady at about 30 miles an hour. That's not just gusts, that's a steady wind there coming from the gorge back towards Hood River area, and then of course windy up in the Cascades too. So wind advisories continue again until 4 p.m. tomorrow for East Metro in the hills. East winds at 30 to 40, gusting to 55, and then for the Metro East 20 to 25 like we're seeing right now, and occasionally gusting up to 45 miles an hour. And winter storm warnings are in effect now starting tomorrow morning, and that continues through midnight tomorrow thanks to this storm system here that's going to be riding up to the north and this very cold air that's in place right now. I mean, we had a tough time getting much above freezing today, and we had all that sunshine. Well, tomorrow east winds, you're going to have evaporative cooling from showers moving in, and you're also going to have that cloud cover to make temperatures tomorrow much colder during the day. Your evening planner tonight, we stay dry, temperatures in the mid 30s and no moisture tonight, so you shouldn't run into any ice on the roads, but the wind chill in the teens at times tonight, and that continues through the overnight hours. Lows right around 27 for Portland. A cold, windy night ahead as the system moves forward. Here's the timing of it. 7 p.m. this evening as we go into tomorrow morning. It continues to ride in from the south. 7 a.m. Again, this is why I say you'll wake up and you'll think, oh, everything's okay at this point. But we're just starting to see some showers push into Eugene and up towards Salem. Late morning arrives 10 a.m. And we're going to be looking at that wintry mix down south in the valley, perhaps starting to change over to more of a freezing rain at this point. But we're just starting to get the snow going here in Portland and back towards the gorge. This is at 10 a.m. At noon, we continue to see on and off showers, mainly in the form of snow, thanks to that east wind that's going to be cranking. That's at 12:30 tomorrow. Fast forward to 3 o'clock, we may see a mix of snow and ice, but a good portion of the area will likely still continue to see snow falling down. And again, this is at 3 o'clock, so it hasn't really let up yet. 5 p.m. we're still seeing that wintry mix of mainly sleet and at this point snow. After 5 p.m., I think we start to see that transition over to freezing rain. We're going to continue with the east gorge wind, and while aloft, temperatures may be above freezing, we're still likely going to be at the freezing mark down at the surface, which means that liquid rain will freeze on top of the snow that's already on the ground and on top of those roads. So tomorrow evening could be tough for travel. By the time we get to Friday morning, those southerly winds finally take over and warm us up here in the metro area and in the valley, and so this happens overnight through early Friday, and we're back to just a chilly rain. Meanwhile, through the gorge, may take a little bit of time. We may have to get through another icy commute tomorrow morning before we start to see some of the freezing conditions lift out of that area. So winter storm warnings in effect for the metro, 1 to perhaps even 4 inches of snow depending on when that switchover happens. Transitioning to freezing rain late afternoon and evening. We could see a 1/4 inch of ice. That could lead to power outages. For the gorge, significant snow, and then you have the strong winds on top of that that could be blizzard-like at times. Central Oregon, 2 to 4 inches of snow and breezy conditions with freezing rain possibly. Willamette Valley, as you drop south, really south of Wilsonville, trace to 2 inches of snow, and then we were into that cold rain by tomorrow evening. And then for the coast, we may even see a wintry mix in the morning. We're under a winter storm warning there, especially the northern coastline. Those strong winds, offshore winds continue there to bring the cold. So we're watching for that, and 2 to 4 inches at the north coast range. Eastern Oregon could see significant snow too. So your Thursday forecast, temperatures have a tough time getting above freezing, but they actually may climb tomorrow night as the southerly wind kicks in. Your 7-day forecast shows Friday we're back to just a chilly rain. Same thing through the weekend, but look what's in store next week. Hello, Tuesday, Wednesday. We might see another dip in the temperatures with more moisture, so we'll get to that later. Let's get through one storm at a time.
First.
So yeah, we'll be watching that really closely.
I know you will. Thank you, Kristen.
Okay, still to come, a lifetime of saving.